What's up, 10 Scale Squad? In the immortal words of Doug DeMuro, this is my Replica Fast and Furious shop truck. Obviously, if you've ever seen the Fast and the Furious, you should know what this is. I mean, come on. And I suppose we should probably talk about it. A few weeks ago, Ethan, Mr. King Wally RC, sent me this picture, which is actually of a Matchbox car or a Hot Wheels. And I thought, wouldn't that be cool to build in 10th scale? So I immediately got online and started trying to track down a Ford F-150 Lightning body. And I found this one from J Concepts. And I thought, okay, that's probably the main ingredient. So then I started just brainstorming ideas. What are we going to do about wheels? What are we going to do about all the boxes and stuff in the back? What are we going to do about the Racer's Edge livery on the side? And so after a week or so of planning, I was able to find all the stuff that I thought I was going to need, and here it is. So what is this thing? This thing, believe it or not, started out as a Traxxas / 4x4. This is actually my buddy Reese's Traxxas / 4x4 that he donated to the channel about a month ago. And I didn't really have any plans for it, but when I found this body that was made for the Slash, it was a perfect match. The only modification I had to do to the Slash chassis was just pull off the front and rear bumpers because they wouldn't fit under this body. So the wheels and tires are actually Arma D-Boots Hoonigns. These things are completely flogged. So Ethan's cleaning up these old shagged D-Boots Hoonigns. I think you got what, maybe 3 runs out of these on your infraction?
Yeah, 3 or 4.
And they're just totally wasted now. But we're gonna clean them up because we're gonna paint them. They look pretty cool on the truck, but if you look at the original Ford Lightning, they have a kind of similar wheel, but they're silver. Oh yeah, get in there deep.
That's it, boy. Get in there nice and deep like.
So we're gonna use some of this paint here to paint the wheels, and Ethan, oh so generously, 3D printed this thing. Check this out. It's a wheel mask. So you can paint your wheel and, not paint your tire. Boop. It's even got a little center cap thing. So that should let us spray it with this and, yeah, go.
That comes out a lot.
Beautiful. We also 3D printed a spoiler because if you look in the shot, there's a spoiler in the back of the truck, so.
Spoiler alert.
These are actually 17mm hexes, so I had to get an adapter to go from the 12mm on the Traxxas Slash to the 17mm on these wheels. Just a few bucks on Amazon, no big deal. After we painted them, yeah, they look pretty close. So all the boxes in the back are actually just regular cardboard boxes that I wrapped in a paper sandwich bag. But you gotta have some labels for your box. So we got this. This is actually just a generic sticker sheet from Traxxas. Here is the part number if you want to, play along at home.
Side, that way, if it's out on the end, you can see it from the side or the front of the truck.
Right. Not bad. If you can like that. Like that end.
Yeah. Yeah, so if it's facing out the back or the front of the truck, you can see it. And then
Right.
one side. Yeah, that'll work.
Boom. There you go.
Perfecto.
That's a pretty convincing cardboard box, I'd say. Right?
Oh, absolutely.
Good enough for where we're going. And in the movie, you know, they're building Brian's Toyota Supra. But if you look closely, the bumper in the back of the truck is actually for a Miata. But again, Ethan came to the rescue and 3D printed an actual Mark IV Supra front bumper. I picked up the little exhaust pipe or the exhaust kit on Amazon, and I actually wrapped them in the same plastic that the body came in. So, recycle. The straps to tie everything down is actually a roof rack strap that I actually had for a crawler. I just poked a couple holes in the body, tied a knot in the end of it, and there you go, there's the straps. And it actually does a pretty good job of holding everything on here. And finally, the piece de resistance, the creme de la creme, the piece that would undoubtedly say, yep, this is a Fast and Furious shop truck. The Racer's Edge decal. For this, I reached out to my buddy Pat. This guy is a wizard when it comes to cutting vinyl. Literally, all I did was send him a message like, hey, check this out. You think you can make this to fit a Traxxas Slash body? And literally that night, he was like, here it is. I'll send it over. So a huge thank you to Pat for coming through on this project, man. And he's done some other vinyl stuff for me in the past. And the guy, I mean, it's just... It speaks for itself. Are you comfortable?
Not at all.
I'm not sure why you picked that exact position to put the masking on there, but... Dude, that looks awesome! And we haven't even pulled the film yet.
No.
Should we,
No stickers, no. Nothing yet.
Should we put on a little Marvin Gaye and peel the sticker, or peel the outer layer?
Yeah.
Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. That's red, all right. Is it one piece?
It's gonna be all one piece.
Yeah, dude. So it's not super scale. Of course, being built on the Slash platform, it is a little like short and fat. So the proportions are a little off, but overall, I think the end result is pretty awesome. And the cool thing about this is, at the end of the day, it's still a Slash. It's still a brushless 4x4 Traxxas Slash. So this thing goes like the clappers. Seriously, the stock Traxxas Slash, I mean, you can hit 55, 60 mile an hour pretty easily with this thing's totally stock. And this, you know, this is still just a Slash with the fancy body and some cardboard on the back of it. It's not very often that the end result actually is the same as the vision that I had in my head, but this is really, really close. Yeah, and it's not just a static thing. I mean, I took this thing out, I drove it, you know, I went ripping with it. Anyway, it was a really, really fun project. Ethan and I got this done in like one night, literally, from a bag full of parts to this thing running and driving and ripping in one night. We were able to do it. But yeah, this thing was a lot of fun to build. I mean, Ethan and I, you know, we put on Fast and the Furious while we were building it, you know, and just had a blast putting this thing together. Couldn't have done it without him, of course. Yeah, and let me know what you guys think down below. If you had to build a replica, what kind of replica would it be? I really want to build a General Mayhem from Roadkill replica. I think that would be super cool. And now Kyosho just released the Charger Phaser Mark II, so I don't know, maybe that's in the future. But what chassis would you use? Would it be a movie car? Would it be a YouTube car? Let me know down below. And of course, if this is your first time checking out the channel, welcome. I'm glad you found it. I like to do RC shenanigans like this all the time. And I've got some wicked stuff coming up, especially things that you guys have requested, so you're gonna want to stick around. Alright guys, until next time, we're chopping S2000s out here. Chopping them!
Too soon, Junior.